Alright, back for round 2. The hand is decent, but hopefully I can draw, lands and, if possible, green lands. Playing is already pretty good, but I hope that I can get some amount of forest. Yeah, especially with that. Okay. Well, this hand could go wrong, but I think Talia should buy me quite a lot of time. She might die right away. I mean, if the opponent has a removal for that right away, and then, then they just continue to play some decent creatures, and I miss on green, not gonna be in a good spot, but there's not a whole lot of thing I can do about that. I'm gonna play my forest first, in case, maybe if I draw forest next turn, I might want to cast the Tangled Claw Werewolf. If she doesn't die, she should put us in a very good spot though. Card is obviously quite powerful. And now that I have the green, even though I cannot cast that yet, I feel more confident about how this game will go. Huh, interesting. I guess this has prowess, so I cannot really afford to block. Yeah, I was thinking about the +1/-1 ability, and I was like, well, maybe the opponent forgot that this had first strike, but obviously prowess would get me fairly well here. Okay, those two cards are fine, I think. And I actually did draw my green. I think I'm fine racing the opponent when I have Tenacity in hand, and I'm the white-green deck against the blue-black deck. Now, which play is better, Tangled Claw or Survivalist? So my opponent can give Death Touch to any of their creature except for the Ghoul Caller. I guess it's gonna be Survivalist. Yeah. I might take quite a bunch of damage during the next turn. I think my game plan is just to take the damage my opponent will go for, then swing back with my own creature, and at some point use Tenacity to just, completely jump the race in my favor. I could also try to cast Eat of the Horrid Swarm and Tenacity afterwards with the Tuk token, that'd be good. Either way, I think any type of race is gonna be good because I have, this card is gonna produce 3 blockers, and I have a Tenacity and also a card that can block 2 things. It really depends on what the opponent has, but currently it feels like I'm fine just racing if they want to be doing that. They did not attack with anything interesting. And they played another Scab. Okay. Angelic Purge is not looking particularly good right now. So they cannot use that right now. Yeah, it's 3. I guess I can attack with both, and if they try to... I guess if they block here and give +1/-1, I'm fine actually. If they block here, try to use some spell or stuff, I can Tenacity. Yeah, feels fine to me. And if we just trade those two, it's completely fine with me. I could Tenacity too, to save my card actually. But then if they have a 1 mana, I guess a card that would be really annoying here is Borrowed Malevolence, I think. Or I'm not sure if it's the right name, but the one black mana trick. If they have that, there's not a whole lot I can actually do. So maybe I should have played around that. It's a Grotesque Mutation, targeting the Scab. Yeah, that's actually gonna be good enough. Huh. Did not play around that card at all. I was thinking about not something that would pump the creature actually, but yeah. I still think I don't agree with that play because there's quite a bunch of tricks that I could have here that would destroy the opponent. Like +2/+2 would just destroy them. And I have 5 mana open. But here I guess it's gonna work out fine for them. Oh well. probably misplay that attack. I'm not so sure about that though, just because it's close. Like grotesque mutation does the trick. I think the +1/+1 or -1/-1 for 1 black is decent too, but other than that there aren't that many things. I guess J Scrutiny would have beat me too. Yeah, maybe there was a bit too many tricks that would get me here to attack safely. Probably messed up. I probably messed up, to be honest. So I don't have any good block because this can give Death Touch to creatures. If they attack with that, I will make the trade though. I guess I could block. Nah, probably not a good move to make right now. I'm just gonna block here. And most likely take maybe 8. I mean, if my opponent doesn't have anything better to do than that during their turn, it's fine with me. This got 3, so they cannot really use it next turn. Clear Shot was a good draw. The question now is, do they have another streak? To me, it feels like I kind of have to hope they don't. Either way, I think my move is to block both scabs, clear shot before damage, and hopefully, you know, everything dies basically. But if they have another trick, it's gonna be pretty annoying. Yeah. Obviously a lot of things could go wrong here, but to me it feels like if the opponent has another trick, I'm gonna be in trouble no matter what. And given what they played so far, it's likely that they are running out of stuff. At least I hope they are. If they have a good follow-up, it could really go wrong though. Like, let's say earlier on I had the clear shot instead of the tenacity. The opponent would have lost their scab and their trick for no reason. Why did they not give that Death Touch? What? Okay, this turned out much better than I anticipated. Let me read that card. Target zombie gains Death Touch. This is a zombie. Okay, so my opponent just give me a Tangle Claw Jude for no reason. Well, I'm not gonna complain about that for sure. And no, now they can block here and give that Death Touch, but they could have done that the same anyway, so I really don't get that play. Alright, anyway, there's nothing I want to purge here, and I don't want to cast Eat, sacrificing one of my 2 creatures, so I'm just gonna pass the turn. Alright, but having the Tangle Claw Dude is really good, because also it can block the Homunculus, which is pretty important. I think with that out of the board, no, I don't want to concede the game, I would have been in really a lot of trouble. Enlightened Maniac. Thing is fine, I mean, it enables Emerge, but blue-black doesn't have that many Emerge creatures. We saw a Wretched Grief from another deck, so it's not even likely that they can do a whole lot of things with that. Okay, 1 mana away from casting Eat of the Horrid Swarm. And now I can actually, you know, transform that. But if I do transform that, I end up being pretty weak to the Homunculus. I think it's fine though, because I have Eat of the Horrid Swarm, and I'm 1 mana away from casting that. If I ever get rid of the Corpse Troller, I can start eating my opponent's creature too, which is pretty good. So now they can start attacking with that, but I think it's completely fine. Yeah. And even if they have a counterspell for the Eat of the Horrid Swarm, I will still get my 2 tokens. Okay, good. So unfortunately, I don't think the opponent forgot about this ability. I think they just forgot that they could use it on the scab. So I don't think I want to attack and make the trade here. If my opponent doesn't do anything relevant next turn, maybe I should... yeah, if they don't do anything relevant, I might just purge the Corpse Troller away and start to attack with everything. Like, I can freely sacrifice. It means I don't have any Rimvolt, but it will give me quite a lot of pressure, which I think is quite important. And they can block with everything on the Entangler, but it's fine. Really, it's fine. Maybe I should even have attack with that earlier on. Also give me Delirium, which I did not thought about, to be honest. Okay, and I have the Tenacity in the back, so I don't think many bad things can happen mid-combat. I really thought I was in bad shot. I mean, bad spot after Talia died, and I was forced to, you know, clear shot the 2 scab. But since my opponent did not give Death Touch and they did not have a trick, it turned out fine. So this will deal 7 no matter what I end up doing. Which means it's probably not the right time to Tenacity. Though I could, but my creatures dies anyway. Yeah, I don't see any reason to do it yet. Just gonna kill those 2 things, put the opponent down to 6, play my Quill Wolf, and most likely kill them next turn by an attack with everything. I wonder if this could have attacked earlier on. Because I guess if I attack with that earlier on, sure, I trade with the 1/1, but then I can start attacking with my Tangled Claw Werewolf and I keep my Purge in hand. I mean, the real question is, at this point, is it better to have the Purge in hand or that thing into the battlefield? And I think, given what we saw, having that on the battlefield is better, but keeping the Purge could have been better. I think I could have forced the trade between this and the Corpse Troller, and having the Purge still in my hand would have gave me a bit of game against some, you know, random really bad fat creature. So maybe it was a slightly better move to start attacking with Survivalists earlier on. It did not matter. It did not matter right here though. So blue-black, zombie, mid-range. I would call my open deck. I think Spectral Reserve could be good. Maybe this should be in the main deck, by the way. Other than that, I don't see anything being especially good. Tenacity is not my favorite card in this kind of matchup, actually. But the opponent deck has enough cheap creatures and could be enough mid-rangey that Tenacity is actually good. I really like that against aggressive deck and in mid-range matchup, mid-range mirror. But here it seems like blue-black is more of control-y colors. So I'm not even sure that it's a matchup in which I want Tenacity. The thing is, I haven't showed the card to the opponent yet, so they will not play around it. Maybe Stitcher Graft on the draw is not the best. Yeah, I think I will make the same sideboard as last time. Maybe it's wrong. Maybe I'm just underestimating how good Stitcher's Graft is, but to me it doesn't seem like something I want to be doing this game, in this matchup, on the draw, that match. As putting 2 creatures is probably annoying for a blue-black deck. 2 flying creatures, 2/1/1. because unless they have another, a 2 toughness or more flying creature, it's gonna be annoying them. So I think it's slightly better. Ooh, that curve is. Ooh, that curve would be sweet on the play. It's gonna be sweet on the draw too, but on the play it would be really, really brutal potentially. Still gonna be quite good, hopefully. And a Monculus. I think I don't mind. Yeah, I guess I attack now. Maybe. Yeah, I think I'm fine making that trade actually. Though I do have a bunch of lands and this could get better in the late game. It's close. Maybe it was not the right move to make. My card is better than their card. The thing is, I'm on the draw, so it feels like making those early trades is kinda good. I don't know. I really think it's pretty close. Several options now. I can fall behind on the board by just drawing card. I don't think I should do that yet though. I can play Talia. They can still attack because of prowess, but like if they attack and play a creature, I can swing back for 5. So it's probably not a great move for them to make. Yeah, it's probably fine. That was a great curve. I mean, pretty close to constructed play. I mean, the Squatcher into Talia can do much better things than that. If the opponent doesn't play anything, I think I will just try to draw a card off the Recruiter, especially since I can play the Pilgrims afterwards. Yeah. We'll see, we'll see. If they don't play anything, I might just, use the board stall and, start to draw a card off my Recruiter and not do anything. I guess it's gonna flip, but it's fine. I think best case scenario, my opponent doesn't do anything here. I'd be happy with that sequence of event, I guess. But then I would have to play around the mutation, which makes the Scab a, what, 6/6? 6/5? So I don't even have a very good attack, even if I play the Pilgrim. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. The opponent is thinking, though. Yeah, that card is... I think it should be a rare. Honestly, it could even be a mythic. No, it would... I mean, I'm glad it's an uncommon, because for the the people who are playing constructed, it's nice to be able to assemble 4 of them pretty easily. But I could easily see that maybe not a mythic, but a rare, definitely a rare, because it's such a powerful. It's the best uncommon in the set, basically, pretty much. All right, so I guess the opponent is, trying to choose a line here. Thalia make things a bit complicated, so I can understand that. Thalia plus the Scab plus Prowess plus this. This is, it's turn 3. I mean 4 for the opponent, but it's already a rather complicated board state. I would call it. So yeah, they attack. I'm just gonna take damage, and then they might play the 0/2 that puts a 3/2, or just a 3/3. Okay, Desperate Centurino. Sure, I think we are beating down and playing the Sentry. And then if they attack, I chump block. And next turn I can start looking at the top of my library plus playing a spell so this doesn't flip, which seems rather good. Drawing is pretty funny. I have no idea why this dude is trying to save it's not a goat. Yeah, maybe it's a goat. I mean, this is the baby of the sheep, right? A lamb. I think, yeah, it's a lamb. Lamb. The name in English is lamb. So that dude is the drawing is it's kind of crazy. I mean, like, imagine you have some like 2 meters sized tentacles that are, emerging out of the ground, and the first thing you think about is to save a lamb. Like, honestly, I would just throw the lamb into the tentacles to distract them and run away, right? Or maybe I'm not understanding the drawing very well. I don't know. It's very funny though. The first time I reviewed the set, it was only small cards, so I wasn't really paying too much attention to the card, but this drawing is pretty funny. That one is sweet too. I mean, it's very sweet drawing. I really like the art. Pretty happy with all the art from, I guess, Shadows of Innistrad, but Eldritch Moon drawings are really, really good too. Okay, so I guess my opponent is going to combat step and do nothing and play a ghoul, keeping some stuff available. I would say that this does make sense. So I can make Thalia a 4/3, but if they have the same trick as last time, I get blown back, which I don't like too much. I can pump that, but then they just block with the scab. I could play Guardian, pump Thalia, and purge that away, but I'd rather draw a card. I'm gonna draw first, I think. I think what I want to be doing this turn is drawing, pretty much no matter what. Or, I mean, intend to draw a creature at least. Ooh. Is that good? Thalia's Lieutenant. Yeah, it's looking pretty good to me. I might be wrong, but it's looking quite solid. Alright, well, that makes things easier. Jeez, that was brutal. Holy crap. I still think I don't want to attack Thalia into a potential... what's the name of that card? Grotesque Mutation, but if they don't have it, I'm fine too. I mean, I lost 4 damage, most likely if they don't have it, but it's not like a lot, and this game is going pretty well, so I don't feel like... And the longer it goes, the better it's going to be for me because of the Recruiter. Obviously, it's going to flip right here, but I'm going to be able to play 2 spell and flip it back, I think. Pretty sure, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be pretty brutal. Prey Upon? Speaking about good spells, holy crap. Does that change my move? Jeez, that draw is insane. What I'm doing here is almost as good as, if I were playing a constructed deck. So, I think I can afford to attack with a 5-power Thalia here. I could Prey Upon. I think I'm gonna keep that in my bag though. Yeah, Prey Upon is actually pretty bad against the scab. The question is, will that die mid-combat? I guess if it does die, playing another spell doesn't really matter. Yeah, I think I can just swing in with Thalia here and see what happens. My opponent is likely to take 5. Like 5 power of first strike is... Maybe they have 2 tricks. Displays. Oh, displays plus the other thing. Okay, sure. Be my guest. I mean, it's fine. They use... I'm losing creature, but they use 2 cards off their end to do that. So it's like good, but not really good enough, I think. So I guess now I'm playing the Woodland Patrol, flipping back my Howler, and I have 2 removals in hand. My open board is pretty irrelevant. I have quite a lot of threats on my side, so I guess I had 2 tricks, but it's completely fine, I think. Again, things are looking really, really bleak for the opponent right here. Like, even if they have a good spell, like I have the Removal, so is like completely fine, all in all. And I can continue to draw off that. At some point I will get my Decimator of Provinces, and that should just be GG. I think I should get rid of that ASAP though. I guess I don't lose match by drawing first though. Yeah. Tangle Claw Werewolf. Okay, well that's decent to say the least. So this will get removed from the game, and I guess I will lose a forest in the process. I don't think I might. Well, actually, I don't really want to trade that for an accomplice, so I will stay back for now. Like the opponent is such is in such a lot of trouble. It's really bad, really bad for them. That card is completely sick. Like even if they had a Wrath of God, I would still get a 3/2 and then have some creatures around. The Corpse Troller is not really an issue either. It's even good because it lets me have that unflip longer. Yeah. Oh, I missed here. Alright. Well, you know, I got pretty lucky so far, so certainly cannot complain. So I guess I could Prey Upon and keep that untapped, but I think I'd rather just scry another time. I might as well do it now. I mean, I could do it opponent's upkeep, but they are tapped out. I mean, they have no cards in hand, so... Oh, and here is the win condition. Alright. Sweet. So that should seal the deal for me. Like, the opponent here has exactly 11 points of toughness. So I need to deal 33 damages. This is gonna be 6. 10, 14. Yeah, I don't really have lethal next turn, but it doesn't even matter because... And I will Prey Upon something. Yeah, it's gonna be really... No, I cannot Prey Upon because I'm lacking a green, but still... I don't think there's any coming back in that game for the opponent. Like, even if they survive and kill a few of my creatures with the Death Touch abilities, it's gonna be a slaughter. It's gonna be a slaughter. Somber World Stag. Since the opponent is not dead yet, I might as well kill some more things now. I guess. I can kill the Ghoul Color Accomplice. I can't retarget anything else though because of that ability. I guess I can kill the Corpse Troller. I could also just cast the Decimator of Provinces. I have so many options. So let's say I cast that. Yeah, the opponent is not dead, but I can. No, I cannot cast that and Prey Upon. I'm lacking 1 green. My opponent can give Death Touch to 2 things, everything else is gonna die. They pretty much have to block with everything. There's nothing I really wanna stag away right now. Yeah, I mean... That was a good draw, but I don't think I have a better move than casting the big stupid pig. Well, I should have put the ability in the other way, but it doesn't really matter since the token will not have haste anyway. But the right move was to put that ability first on the stack, so the soldier gets bigger. I mean the Eldrazi. It doesn't really matter though. The funny thing is that I'm pretty much crushing the opponent, and my hand is still completely awesome. Seems like the opponent is good sport though. I mean, it's not like I'm stealing the game. I mean, I've just been playing some insanely powerful creatures and spells in general, and you know that's about it. Okay, time to swing in with the team. I could have waited to make sure this is lethal, but I don't see any reason to. I mean, like, the best thing I can do with that currently is killing an accomplice, which will give my opponent another zombie anyway. It just doesn't seem worth it, honestly. And here, you know, I have a bunch of creature. I just make sure, yeah, that you know they take a bunch, and yeah, I have quite a lot of things in the back too. So this is 12. This is 26 damage. So I guess they need to block with at least 5 toughness, which means I'm at 18 anyway, so it's not like they can alpha strike me, and I will most likely have at least one blocker, if not 2, next turn, so... Like, if they have a bounce spell, bouncing the Decimator of Provinces, it's pretty bad too. They can... Let's say they have a bounce spell, they bounce that. Take all the damage and then attack with everything I block here. I take 5, 9. I'm really far from being dead. It seems that they have something though. Or maybe they are just pumping the scab preemptively. I guess they might as well block first. And you know, I think here they will lose most of their creature. I mean, at least hopefully the Troller, but maybe not. And then I can just finish them off with Stag plus that. Okay, just a win on that is fine. So they did have a bounce spell. So I guess they can block here and kill the Decimator with a zombie. They can make the trade happen here. Seems like some pretty good blocks. And double block here. Yeah, that sounds about right to me. But you know, here it's pretty much the best case scenario for my opponent. It's still really bad for them. So I think I'm doing fine. Alright. So this will get pumped. This will get Death Touch. And yeah. Okay. And now we are a pretty even board, except the opponent is at 18. I have 5 very good cards in hand, so I think we are doing fine here. Miraculous Evangel. Do I really need or want to stag now? I guess I'm just gonna attack with my creature and play some other creature second main phase. Like, I attack with those two, then I play the werewolf plus the recruiter. Yeah, it's fine with me. It's a good trade for the opponent, but whatever. I mean, that thing is gonna be annoying at some point anyway. Pretty much no matter what happens. You know, like, I'd rather just keep that around for if my opponent has some, you know, really sick creature that I need to deal with at some point, so it's fine. I mean, they will get some value out of that thing and of the Corpse Troller, but they did not get their zombie end of turn. Oh, it's only sorcery speed. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. Makes sense, makes sense. Ooh, Wretched Grief. What did they... Oh, they just hardcasted that? Okay, sure. That's decent, I guess. So I can tenacity and prey upon. That doesn't accomplish a whole lot though. Honestly, I'm probably just gonna stag the corpse troller away now that the opponent is tapped out. Yes. And probably just prey upon. You know, just getting rid of that and attacking for 6. Like that's, yeah, that's gonna be troublesome for the opponent to deal with. Now they are at 3, which means that any creature is lethal off the tenacity. Fortune's Favor, that thing is awful, but I don't know how it works. I know it's not good, but I don't know how it's working. Oh. Okay. So I guess it's gonna be... Can I... Okay. So those will be face down, and they can either take 3 lands on or the recruitment. That seems about right. I mean, either way, it's not really gonna save them. They took the 3 lands. Okay. I guess this was to be expected from them. And they put their creature, and they are very, very dead. Okay, GG. Sweet. I'm glad that I made it to the final with that deck because I think it's really good. And you know, sometimes you just have a very good deck, but you end up getting destroyed by some bad draws. So far, it's been pretty good for me, and I've played. I've had quite a lot of fun with the Decimator of Provinces. Pretty sweet card. Hope you guys enjoyed that second round, and I see you for the final in a few minutes.